Are you dismayed by current new and high-tech cameras? Well, I'm here to say that you shouldn't be. Older cameras definitely still have their place in the photography world and are definitely a viable option instead of looking at the high-class, high-tech, and quite expensive cameras. In the previous video, I talked about a starter kit or what you should start off with, but if you're just looking for something, then old cameras are again still a good option for starting off or in general just having something. Now, I'm not talking to professional photographers who probably have thousands of dollars worth of gear. I'm talking to people who use cameras for leisure purposes or starting off in a business or in general just are not really like a super professional or something like that. My current camera is classified as an entry-level camera, but I have definitely pushed it to its limits to the point where I'm honestly contemplating on upgrading. That's how, well, much I've used this camera, and it's only been 11 months since I had it. Now that's just me and based off my skill, but in general, old cameras such as DSLRs are still definitely a viable option for photographers, or in general just people who want something to be able to photograph things. Now, my camera's pretty low on the bar, but there are other DSLRs that are in decent price, such as the Canon 77D, the Canon 5D Mark II, and many others that you can definitely find. Now, I'm only listing Canon because I'm a Canon shooter. I'm not really a Nikon or Sony person, so if you're looking at Nikon or Sony, I can't exactly help you there. But this definitely applies to the other brands, such as Nikon, with their DSLRs as well. Just to put all of this into perspective, my 12-year-old camera took photos like this. Now, of course, I should mention features because even though my camera could take pretty good photos, it doesn't have a lot of features that more expensive-ish cameras do. Now again, my camera is the bottom line, but if that's the bottom line and that's pretty good to you, could you imagine how good other cameras that are slightly better than mine are? Yeah. So don't be dismayed about cameras like the R5 with its 45 megapixel camera and all these. Like, trust me, I was almost baited into looking at getting the R5, thinking how good and flashy it is, only to realize it's really a waste if you really think of it. Now, I'm not saying the R5 isn't like a waste as in it's not good. It's pretty good, it's amazing. But in terms of the things that you might be doing and in terms of the things that you really are doing, you might not even need a mirrorless camera or, an R5 if you actually still want a mirrorless camera. But honestly, DSLRs are definitely a good starting point for anyone being introduced to photography because with something called the optical viewfinder, it gets you to learn how to do settings properly instead of looking at a mirrorless camera and pretty much doing all this stuff like that. Like, I get a mirrorless camera, you could see your exposure and all that, but it's better to learn not being able to see it and doing the settings properly to get a good photo because, in fact, it trains you to actually get the good photo. Now, of course, everyone's desire is different from mine, so I won't exactly hold you to get this or that or whatever. This is just a recommendation of what you should be doing. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and see ya.